Seems like we are live. We are alive. Alright. Anyone want to do an inventory invocation review before we start? Yay, nay? A few minutes to decide. Not, we will proceed with raiding very soon. Yo, how's it going, Jordan? Rates now at 470. Nice. Huge improvements. Give me a second. Setting something up. Probably should have done this before the stream, but do a BRB. I'll be right back, guys. Oh shit, I moved my keyboard. Yeah. From the advice of my parents, I bought a mic. Not a mic. Cam. God damn. Alright. That's a Zuck with 200 HP. And... yeah, 96 prayer is good for Inferno. Alright, I'm like facing away from the mic because my chat's on that side too. I guess it'd be nicer if my mic was on that side, but whatever, I'm not gonna move my arm. I should have set it up before the stream, but I was like, I can figure it out in 5 minutes. How hard could a webcam be? And then it's like, you gotta do all the focusing and all that stuff. Does anybody want to do any inventory reviews or invocations? I literally just potted, but I'll stop. Look at is, let's see. I would say learn keep back, take off Pathseeker, Jordan, and then the rest is fine. Obviously, I assume you don't really care about timer, but if you can, try to do like hardcore plus a timer, since you have no help anyway. But it's up to you. I'm not the boss of you, so other than that, seems good. If you guys want to do an inventory review, you can go to so you want to go open up Runelight here on the right side. Type in, you can't see it because my webcam's in the way, but type in Party Hub panel plugin, and then you can join the party ToA 348, and if you guys want, I can look at your inventories for review. The lighting, yeah, I'm like not sure if I should do a white balance or not, but people said don't use the white balance for now. I'm like, whatever. Keepback is not too bad with double trouble on, because majority of the time he'll be teleporting. The most dangerous part is when he marks you and keepbacks on at the same time, but that doesn't happen with double trouble on. So it's just keepback when he's doing his normal ranged and mage attacks, pretty much. We'll do a raid and then we'll back as necessary. Shadow's still up. Yeah, but it won't be up if you have double trouble on. That's the neat part of it. I ended up moving my keyboard because you guys know how like some of these old-fashioned desks have like it's awkward. They have like that little pull-out keyboard thing. I keep kneeing it, and it's not even like that great of a position. I ended up moving that too. So forgive me, my clicks are gonna be kind of shit right now. My clicks, my keyboard. It's all part of it. The one-shotter. Watch your 400 run. The bandages really help make the run consistent. Managed to do 3 straight without dying. Bandage gang. Yes, continue to spread the bandage propaganda. Oh, it's part for the keyboard to be, yeah. I don't like the little pull-out keyboard things. I felt bad not using it, but it wasn't even enough to accommodate my mouse, which is really annoying. So like my mouse and keyboard were on separate levels, if you know what I mean. Oh, I didn't stack these very well. Alright, that was pretty clean. The early grind is already making me burnout. Yeah. It's hard to set goals these days. You have to be very... It's easy to burn out when you don't have a concrete goal. Especially as a main account where it's like just GP escape. How do you prevent yourself from burning out? I got ToA on main, so I recently made Iron Man. Iron Man's fun. Yeah. I mean, as a main, if you don't have any GP to go for, it's very easy to burn out. Like for me, I have everything I want, so the goal is only to get to like 1000 KC at this point, or hit 100 purples for stream content, so I don't really have a concrete goal other than that right now. There's no secret to burnout. Honestly, if you feel like you're burning out, just take a break from the game or find another way to enjoy it. Don't force yourself to play this game. That should be said for all MMOs. That was kind of a bold Void Awaker, but we'll see how it goes. I should 3 straight while that, although I still have 1 life. 35 minutes for 3 lives. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I was reading the rest of the comment, I just realized I never finished it. That's fine. Jeez Louise. This'll heal. The last webcam I had was like, I swear it looked like 500 Ps. You could like count the grains on it. So I had to, I didn't want to get a new one. My parents were like, you should stream with a webcam. It's more fun for the viewers. I'm like, fine. I wanted to get it set up, but I was arrogant, thinking I could set it up quickly. I should do a pop out in the chat and just put it slightly to the right of my game window so I don't have to look at the monitor. Yeah. Pop out chat. That's right over here. Anyone else play Guns the Duel? I know you guys appreciate my lobby music. Trying to destroy you with nostalgia. Ah, ending didn't click the monkey fast enough. Get my free points. 17028. This keyboard position is what I have for work anyway, pretty much. Ah, hunchback. I need a chair that anti-hunchbacks me. I could just hunchback checks me. This is like the whole reason, that I wanted to move my keyboard position is because with the pull-out keyboard thing, you can't sit as close. My back. Then I end up hunchbacking, and I started noticing yesterday, just constantly hunchbacked. If I put my keyboard down there. I just need a new desk. Move that there. Close to the back helps. For 300 duo, yeah, I can do some. I think I'm gonna take your advice, Rambo. I don't really have a pillow, but like, or something. Not big though. Fire reaches out. Pillow on the back. My achy bones. Achy bones. Invocations for 300 duo. Most of the boss ones, with insanity, with no walk the path is a good 300. But if you want to put in like timers and like hardcore and stuff like that, that'll help. If you'd rather do softcore, you could always do like need some help and some other stuff like that. No, I think if I fold it, it's just a little bit too big is the only thing. Where's my keyboard? Here it is. I got a lot of prayers, so I probably don't need to flick the beginning. Top of your back to stop the hunchback. Does that make more hunchback? Or am I wrong? It's on top of your back. Unless you mean like, kind of like in the middle of your back, I guess. Maybe that's what you mean. I need to record a Caffrey Overlords video. I was supposed to do that too. So much work. How I personally do Overlords. A whole separate video for it. Instead of people having to like go through a whole commentary and finding Caffrey section. 31. What a bite. Wasted a 5% spec here, but it doesn't really matter. Me lower the game sound slightly. But Tuna, if you're still here, if you want, take a screenshot of your vacations and maybe put them in like an Imgur or something. You can send them. Dung here. This won't trap the melee. Get the dung here-ish. So, but that's 2 hits, so what I'm gonna do is hit the meleeer twice. And then Void Wake for the 3rd hit. That'll guarantee a proc. Not because it hit 41 there, but because it hit anything of 3. Then I'll walk here. I'll set the ranger north. Hit the meleeer a few times while running back so you don't lose too many ticks. Done correctly, the ranger can't see you, and you're just chilling. If you guys are both experienced, you can do hardcore in duo, because if one person dies, it doesn't matter if the other person is able to clutch the room. But if you really want to run softcore, I would recommend probably not running any of the no help invocations. Definitely put a 40 timer though. It's really easy to hit with a lot of gear, even like a abyssal dagger, hosta kind of thing. Easy to hit a 40 timer. Nice and chill, free. How old am I? Too old. But 27. Molden as we speak. Oh, I have work tomorrow. Why that realization just come to me? Look young, yeah. I haven't really changed since I was like 20, pretty much. Other than the good old, you know, usual midlife crisis and a mid-20s experience. That's so satisfying to pull off. Let's give him a little slap ass on the way out. Dang, I didn't stall in front of him for a tick. About 30 seconds-ish to work with. Teleport about 10 seconds from now. Perfect. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I wasn't counting when he's gonna leave us. I propped anyway. This is a really smooth Akka so far. Oh. Yeah, I shaved. I had a mustache, but I didn't want to definitely look like Rice Cup. When I have a mustache, I am basically Rice Cup. Any Jinxers? That's right. EDS Akka? No, definitely not. Continue stabbing away, brother. Either Fang spec or just ignore it. His DDS actually doesn't roll on stab. Akka's weak to stab, it actually DDS actually rolls on slash. So it's not gonna be good. If there was a world where DDS was good, let me just. Bruh, I suck. If there was a world where DDS would be good, it would be meta to like basically see Hallie Akka, which would be sick, but there's no fun allowed here at Jag side boulders. Jealous of the suns, it do be like that. Gonna have to do your punk ass no sun raids. Minus 30 invocation for you forever. It's funny because like you could take Dehydra, but like you'd be a psychopath to take Dehydra without the sun. Kind of for memes. Although I did make that dehydro video recently for the 500 run. But then again, if you're doing a 500 without a Garrus, you are a psychopath anyway. Now, I'm very conscious of the fact that my adrenaline still has a few seconds left, and I could have void waked him there before he did that special, because there's like a certain amount of time he can do, you know, he has to wait before he can do a special. But I decided not to, in case I Omega griefed. I need to be able to adrenaline stun and upset some mistake. Take the easy way out if they present it like that. I don't sound like how I look, but I look like Rice Cup. Apparently I sound like Rice Cup. Still no mustache, to be honest. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing or neither, though. I'm gonna guess neither. He's just saying it like how it is, you know? Worn glasses my entire life. Pretty much since like 3rd grade, yeah. I don't know what my prescription number is. It's probably like 1,000. Oh my god. How did I turn that on? By 1,000 I mean like 10,000. Very blind without my glasses. I literally can't hear without my glasses on. That sort of deal. Full-blown beard, yeah. The problem is I don't got jeans for a beard. I want a beard. My dad stole them. My dad stole all the beard jeans. Four and 5? Nah, just HP. What is this on the mic? It's a little piece of dust. Sorry if you heard that. Am I white? Do I look white? I am not white. Do I look white? Do you just face tank them? Yeah. So level 2 and 3 Zebak, you can off tick, but the other Zebaks is 0, 1, 4, 5, whatever. Those guys you can off tick. So level 2, 3 Zebak can off tick blood, otherwise cannot off tick. Make sense? serious though, do I actually look white? There's no way, right? He's gassing. He's bugging me. All the turns. Kinda Asian parent names their kid Reynold. Psycho. I'm still convinced that they just saw my name on the what's it called, aluminum foil, and was like, that's it. I made a lot of effort to work on my pronunciation and stuff like that when I was young. Didn't get bullied. But then English is also not technically my first language, so sometimes I'll have like these awkward points where I'm just stuttering my words. Don't sound A rabbit. No. Yeah, like what are you supposed to sound like, right? I could not sound like a fob, no matter what. I live in a very diverse neighborhood, so I wouldn't actually get bullied for it, but it was something like I was always aware about could be a thing. So, first language, Cantonese, but my brain only had space for one. So English is my new first language, and I forgot all my Cantonese. I tried learning Mandarin, but I can never commit enough time to actually learning it. So it's like English is what I think in, but then sometimes my brain just explodes for pronunciation and like finding the word. Better than the right side of the obelisk. It's more AFK. I'm just chilling here for this attack. I think you have to move back and forth for the other spot. For solos, I like this spot more. I don't know what the actual difference is. I also find it easier to handle the bombs because bombs can't land here, so there's a little less space for my eyes to focus on. Whereas if you're like by the right of the obelisk, like here, you can kind of land like close to the obelisk. Expecting a white guy. I respect it. You guys are honest with me. But there's not much difference. If you're okay with the right side, feel free to do it. I like the left. I like the corner more because you can just chill AFK there for the diagonal thingy. Bombs on obelisk spot, yeah. I have trouble seeing them through the obelisk when they're like right next to it. That's why. So that's like one of the reasons I also like the corner. Really easy to just look at like your area only. Bullied by family members more than people I've met. Exactly. I was like, I can't have an Asian accent. I can't. I'm pretty sure I do, but somewhere in there. I guess I would push money rate invos with no cares. I think I would be arrogant to say 495 because I feel like it'd be too A's for me. I'd probably say like 470 for me personally. Probably about 450 to 470 in that range. I think 470 would be the highest that I would do a money rated. Who cares? Like money raid. I'm pretty confident clearing like maybe 525 about cares, but actually no, it wouldn't be 525. This would be 495. What I'm running minus dehydro. But I wouldn't do it as a money raid. Mind showing potential setup. It would basically be this plus 3 brews. 3 brews, no scares. So I'd be down 2 restores, pretty much. And then power life. No Garrison SGS, that's exactly what I would be running. I definitely would use one of my Ambrosias. But I mean, it also depends, right? I'm able to get away with less range switches because I have a shadow, and I'm very aware of that. If you don't have a shadow, your inventory is going to be a lot tighter on space because you really want like BGS. If you're like using both, you want crystal helmet, all that stuff. Even if you're Tbowing Warden, you want like the story helmet stuff. I clicked the hats. I clicked on this lightning too early. Just a tick too early. So walk across this. How do I use a single slot through the last 2 rooms plus wardens? So you want to do the order BKAZ or Baba, Kefri, Akka, Zebak. And if you're not making mistakes on Zebak, you don't need to brew. Even if you're getting a little bit chunked by the blood barrage, you could blow pipe jugs or something. And you preserve that salt. And then go into wardens, and that's it. You go into wardens with that singular salt. The thing is, if your wardens take a while, like over 8 minutes salt timer, you can't brew for P4. So that's what the ambrosia is for. And you want to brew instead of like obelisk or something. Or P2 or P1, depending if bandages or not. Tournament Inferno Guard, do you think dragon arrows are worth? They only have 1 maxed over amethyst. Yes. If you're a main account, yes, 100%. Even if you're an iron, I'd say yes. Why did I drink my restore? I thought I was at bank. Alright, does anybody want to do an invocation or inventory review? At 348 here. You must speak your piece. If you do, arrive and then join the party. ToA 348. Party. Panel, plugin. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So. post your solo infos if you want Tbow Inventory Review. Okay. I will be back, at least the bathroom. Feel free to show off your invocations and inventory here. I am back. Okay. I'll take it as a no, I don't see anyone in the party. So, I'm going to do another run. How's it going, VW? UHP? Give you a setup for Inferno. Pretty much max range. And then Ancestral, Top, Occult, Eldritch. That's pretty much it. Probably get away without the Ancestral Top, to be honest. Other than that, it's pretty much just as you would expect, unfortunately. No problem. Let me see if I can drag out this ranger. Oh, I never clicked my thing. Oops. Not bad. Thought it was gonna be a lot worse than that. How's it going, phone? Let's not be bold. Let's not avoid we expect at half health. Yep, 21 to me. Drop the ego, I guess. I had a 239 with the web weaver yesterday. It's really nice. Can't access the sarcophagus, yeah, punk. Have to watch out for like a 10 into a 22. If he throws a rock, I'm gonna combat and stun. Oh, never mind, I healed. Was the Asian guy at the top right of the screen? I don't know, who is this guy? Well, he should sip brew, but I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Eldritch has anything to do whether he's sipping the brew or not. Hopefully he should just use Eldritch and sip the brew. It's not like, I assume he's not milking specs, which is different. Those are not mutually exclusive. It's got Zuckerberg. He's asking about light bearer. Sounds like he might be milking specs. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. I mean, in my opinion, you should bring Lightbearer and just spec when it's up, and that's it. Simple as that. No need to milk it. Until you're very serious about getting to Zuck every time. Is the whole room on fire? Oh shit. Like, I would recommend Eldritch Lightbearer, in my opinion, but yeah, don't milk the spec, because the point is that it makes you so you don't really have to milk to get that value. Oh, I need to pay attention. There's a guy in chat who's trying out Inferno. He's using Eldritch and Lightbearer, which is fine. But I wouldn't really milk specs. Just, you know, use it when it's up. That is the slowest mob I've ever done. I think ever. No, I need to push this keyboard thing down because I'm actually not using it. Yeah, no need to milk the spec. The thing is, with Eldritch Lightbearer, you get so much specs so often that, and enough prayer that you can just use it when you need it. If you're still struggling with supplies, that's like an improvement point to work on, you know? Because you shouldn't need to milk to have 100. You don't need 100% of your supplies going to Zuck. Got dropped. Oh, messed up. You like ever heal the full because you don't know the meta? Memory skip worth? No, not in solos. Yeah, 3 restores, 3 brews is pretty accurate for most first time Inferno runners. As long as you're ranged putted, of course. If you want a tip for swarming, Dave, the swarms appear, these guys, you know, these little marked guys, they appear in a clockwise manner, but sometimes they'll skip. So you see how they'll spawn like this. Sometimes they'll skip one of the spots and continue. You want to learn how to swarm. double blob and mage. You just mage flick then. You start with protect mage, let the mage hit you, and then you start just alternating. SGS over BGS, they're for different purposes, so I'm not preferring any over another. They're for completely different purposes. I'm gonna get ranged here. SGS is for sustaining at P2. BGS is for increasing range DPS at Zebak. Very different purposes. Just because they're both God Swords doesn't mean they serve the same purpose in the raid. SGS is for sustain, BGS is for damage at Zebak. And it's not like I'm gonna SGS Zebak instead of BGSing him, you know? I use a sceptre for that, for my setup. Thoughts on Bone Dagger? Pretty decent with overly draining on. But I don't personally run it in money raids. I think if you're in a raid where Bone Dagger is good, it's probably not a good money raid. Because BGS kind of serves the purpose, but better. What the? That's kind of rude of him. Gave me a little bit of a delayed knockback. It's because my thrall procced while he was pushing me. But how'd you end up dying the second time? Why is memory skip not worth on solos for Akka? Because you can't hit the shadows while you're doing a memory skip. If you're running middle, you can still hit shadows. Oh wait, we have a free mirror. That's like a big deal, by the way. If you're seriously getting into money raids and you're doing memory skip and solos, you're gonna miss so many more DPS checks. Not only that, you have to time it a lot better than doing just normal mid running. So the memory skip or staircase skip is only good for teams because it's kind of hard for multiple people to run middle. That is the only context in which memory skip is good. Like right here, how would I be hitting the shadows if I was doing memory skip? I wouldn't. Yeah, the Final Fantasy Seymour theme works very well with this song. Because he also has like 4 little clock things. I was listening to it, and it has a perfect change in pace at the 1 minute mark, which is when Akka teleports. I'm trying to find other songs that are good, but usually they're a little short, and then the music replacer plugin lags and it loops songs, so it's like get you killed and stuff. Probably proc there. Moved it a little early there. I love Final Fantasy X. It's so good. Oh, I would have been pissed if that hit me. I didn't put melee fast enough. Ow, ow, ow. I'm sorry, Mr. Akka. I don't know why I lost my Sun Partisan. I was like, where is that thing? When did I get up there? Iron Man grinding Void Waker for ToA? I would say worth. If we're talking actual worth, no. Because Shadow Grind is so fast that it's not worth, but having Void Waker is also really nice for like necks and stuff, so it's real nice to have. I mean, to be honest, a lot of Iron Man grinds aren't worth, right? If we're talking grand scheme of things, but I think you should do it. It's very fun to have a Void Waker for ToA, and it's nice in some other places just to have. Yeah, much more reasonable than Claws too. But Shadow Grind is fast. If you're doing efficient, like both Trident, Fang, you could probably finish your ToA grind in less than 250 KC on average, just because the rate is so good for Shadow. Does that make Void Waker not worth? Well, no. Void Waker only speeds up a few rooms, but Especially if you don't have ZCB, it's very nice to have. Very amazing quality of life weapon to have. It's a core stabber plus your DPS spec. Bolts to use with ZCB, always rubies. If you're main handing it, dragon rubies ideally, but if you're just specking the adamant, rubies are okay. Yeah, shadow over ToA because no BGS, and I don't want to bring all the range switches. You can see the FAQ if you want to know like a more in-depth answer behind it. A big reason I also do Mage Zebak is because I always go double power. Double power saves more time than bringing the range switches anyway, and I can't personally be asked flicking so much that I end up having like no restore left for Warden running double power. So for me, it's like the perfect mix between balance and speed and chill. Some players, like if you end up going power life, bringing the range switches in a sweaty run like this, you're ultimately less efficient than someone who's going double power because they have all the adrenaline to work with. So the only instance where the range switch would be worth is if you are going double power. But then yeah, it's just very sweaty on the flicking, which is fine, but not my thing. If I were to flick that much, I'd burn out after like 2 raids. How do you skip Bofa with Bofa Webweaver? So it's a little bit different because your projectile time is slower than a blowpipe. Webweaver is pretty similar speed though, but with Bofa it is a bit slower. So what you have to do is instead of running straight up to start skipping, you're gonna have to walk one toward it and wait. So instead of doing like let's say the second boulder is about like here, right? Instead of just running up from like, let's say from here, here, you should walk one toward it and then go for it. So just do a walk instead of a run for the very first tile. This is the easiest way to pull it off. Yeah, I have been dry. About 20 some raids, which is like 3-4 times the rate. What a luxury, right? Only dry 20 raids. That happens when you get a 16% chance, I guess. I just spam click warden enough, and I'm just standing there, staring at him. You guys didn't see that. I meant to Karis and then Shadow ended up shadowing the skull. Sorry, a little distracted IRL. I thought I saw a bug. Glancing? That's right. Oops, ran back into that. Dang, no purple. So unlucky, right? Anyone want to do an inventory review? I'm gonna assume no, but I'll be here. Anybody was waiting for it, let me know. You want to do an inventory review? Sure. Peace. Come to World 348, and then on the Party Hub panel, join ToA 348. It's like this. Join party, ToA 348. Let me just turn on the webcam for a second. On top right there. Like join party, type in ToA 348, just like that. We'll take a look, see what's going on. Alright, what's your username? Let me know. We'll take a look at your vacations and we'll look at your inventory. We'll see what I would say is your next steps for improvement. Take your time. Like so, okay. Should clean up my bank a bit right now. It's kind of messy. I could sell this again. Don't really need it. Oh, I should put my graceful here again. Am I looking to like the streaming thing? I don't know. Right now it's just a hobby, but maybe if it blows up big enough, I'll consider doing it full time for a little bit. But I still have a job, so I don't want to dedicate to it if, you know, I got bills to pay. So, because I do generally enjoy streaming and playing RuneScape, but I don't know if I can take it to a full-time thing. And I don't think so at the moment, so I'm just pursuing it as a hobby. How's it going, Bossman? Nice to see you again. Going pretty good so far. 420 blaze it. Alright, let's take a look at your invocations and see what we got going. So... and then I'm gonna need to see your gear that you're running too. Okay. Very good gear, pretty much maxed out. For you, I would say this is what I should run. You're not running double trouble keepback. Those are your primary things to run now. And no help needed. That should be on if you are running this setup right now with hardcore, and that would put you up to 25 plus 10. That would give you 35, and that would put you at 455. And you could still, so you'd be on hardcore walk for no help. That being said, I don't think that's your next step just yet, because you would basically peak at 455 right there. I don't think that's good. So what you should do is do something like this. Clear all. Let's just enable everything pretty much. Actually, let me look at yours again one more time before I pan away. I didn't see if you had overlords. You do even have overlords on. And I think you said because you don't know how to swarm, which is, I guess it's okay, because you're at least you're at 420. It's not as bad. But you should probably run something like this instead. Let's go run all of these guys. And while you're learning double trouble, it's going to take some time to practice, of course, so I am going to account for that. I'm not going to just throw you into a hardcore double trouble. So let's go ahead and do a softcore run. And let's do none of these, actually, so you're guaranteed 100% to get 2 salts. That way you can practice double trouble 2 times, and then you can peace out if you die twice. And you can keep going so the raid is not, like, doomed, right? Walk the path will be on, so keep in mind you might have to count to 5, as usual. With double trouble on. Definitely have deadly prayers. I would say you should definitely have dehydration on if you're comfortable with it, but if you're not, you can have it off and go life second. This is a good life second route anyway on your supplies, because you can go power into life and have like a billion supplies. But if you are gonna have none of these helps on, just put on diet. And then if you want to keep the overlords on, so you'll have this 395 to practice your double trouble keepback with. Once you're very well practiced on it, you can go ahead and add on stuff like these, pretty much hardcore walk for it and no help. And then if you're more confident, you can start re-adding stuff like stuff you had previously on, like dehydro, and you're at 485 now. And then if you really want to push to 500, the only thing you have to do is, you know, maybe like a path seeker or a pathfinder. You already have the kit, so I guess you're not interested in 500 right now, but try to learn these quickly for your money raids. They're very efficient to have together. Don't learn them separately, just put both on. Keepback's a lot less dangerous with double trouble also on. Double trouble is going to be dangerous regardless of whether you have keepback on or off. You just have to worry about when Akka's ranging or maging, you want to, you know how to do the keepback cycle. He attacks every 6 ticks. If you're in melee range, when he winds up his attack, you're going to get meleeed the next tick. That's all you need to know. It takes some practice. You have to have a really feel for Akka's attack timing, of course, but once you get used to it, you have a free 30 points on your raid, and then you can do this 485 for money raids, and then 490 if you want to bump up the time more, or you can do what I do and put on Pathfinder at the end, and you have a 525. The last purple, Masori chaps. Inventory wise, on the right side here, I say this is a very good inventory. Keep it as is. if you are struggling with supplies and you really do want to go double power, then you could do what I do and make the range switches, but this is fine. This is like a very standard inventory most people take, so keep it as is. That combat should be super divine though. That combat should 100% be a super divine. You're not even brewing down anyway, so there's no reason not to have a super divine. And you can take it. Like, your gear is really good, so. Yeah, try this 395 to practice. Try that 395 to practice double trouble. Once you get it down, go back up, and then you're gonna have a huge bump up from where you are. That's pretty much it. Might take you a day or two to learn double trouble specifically. Don't be ashamed that you're dropping a little bit of invocation to learn it. It's just efficient for your time at that point to like be able to try multiple times and not screw your raid over. Alright, guess that's it for now. I will repot and go into my raids. Anyone else want an invocation review? Let me know. You're actually in a very similar spot to someone else that was in our chat yesterday, I think Filipino. He's in the exact same spot, where he was just learning. He didn't know where else to go from like 420s, and it was just he needed to brave up and learn double trouble at that point, so he can really push above like 450s without having to take quiets. I mean, if you want to, you could take quiets too. It's not the worst, but it's kind of annoying for a lot of people, so I understand why people don't want it. Yeah, you don't even need it for your 500 like double trouble, but since you're looking for money rates, that's a good, this is the time. I think I'm actually going to turn off the music replacer for a raid and listen to something different. What do we want to listen to? I guess we'll just do epic instrumentals. Dude, I just hit like 3 ones in a row. How much longer will Monkey Room as web weave? About 10-20 seconds, from my experience. But you gotta be pretty good in like stacking the chins. You can see FAQ number 3, it's my most in-depth explanation about why I'm bringing it in the video description. I would say about between 10 and 20 seconds is what I've been experiencing. Half health, probably not the greatest idea to... No, it's fine. Oh, I forgot to uncharge. I don't think I can uncharge in time now. Nice, got an uncharge off. Early monkeys is really annoying. Why do I choose not to red X? You can open the video description and look at FAQ number 1. It basically time loss. Unnecessary time loss. What kind of rate am I running? It's so slow. 45, I'm leaving. I thought I was doing 525. Oops. I was like, that rock is falling awfully slow. I'm gonna go back. I gotta up the raid level. But yeah, basically Red X is, I don't need to. Alba doesn't deal enough damage for me to really care about it. Red X is a 6-tick cycle, Fang's a 5-tick weapon. Not very optimal. No, I just didn't notice it was a 45. Let's go back. Here you go. 525. No, you're good. It's just one monkey room. That was a very underwhelming chin. It killed nothing. Very underwhelming chins this run. Yeah, shooting plungers. It's literally what it looks like. Void Waker is Sang. Void Waker. %, Void Waker. Not sure if that was worth. Early monkeys, I'm not sure if it's worth to kill, avoid using all that stuff. It's gonna be hash slinging slasher. That's right. Would decent me? A little bit better than that. Much higher max it. Dragging him paid off. Much easier to walk here. Set a better posture. Must have misclicked. Oh well. I meant to sceptre spec there. Like a shrimp. Posture check. Warcraft pet? Unfortunately, no. I'm dry on Warcraft and slightly dry on Calphite Queen. Creeping on my stats. Two 60s, which I can do under 30. For your case, continue to push without it. Push to low 300s if you can without it. Because Sun is like pretty good, but it's not necessary in the slightest for a long time, and you're not at the level where it's necessary yet. So just keep pushing your invocations. Your time is best spent trying to get good at all the rooms, insanity, walk the path, that stuff. If you're clearing something under 30 minutes, you should look to make a raid that's a little bit more challenging for yourself. So maybe you hit about the 35 to 40 minute mark, and then perfect that until you're going faster again and rinse and repeat. How's it going, Noah? I need to turn off the music for placer plugin entirely. Otherwise it'll still lag when it loops songs like that, even though it's not actually playing anything. Yeah, fair enough, but yeah, since you're doing really well on the 260s already, just push it up a little bit more. Alright guys, here's a small Aka tip. Salt, keep an eye on that timer. I entered at 7:57. They'll teleport out at 6:57. Okay, so I'm ready for it. 6:57. Damn, I tried to squeeze in another shadow before void waking. Now check when he's exiting, when he comes back. 45 roughly. So at 5:45 he'll leave us again for greater, better pastures. And he will be leaving us in 3, 2, 1. Favorite Pokemon game? Diamond. And orbs don't last so long? Yep. It's exact same thing for me. Level 2 plus is, in my opinion, a lot better than 4. Not 4, like, level 0 or level 1. Oops. This is why you don't ego, you should pray melee when you're doing your transitions. You're not as good. But definitely, I'm not that clean with these transitions. Probably gonna fail this CPS check. Let's see. I got time. Oops. Reclined. Leaning back. The hell I am. Dang, give him the stab. Just got deleted off the screen. Does Petrosian still stream? Mr. Petro is one of my favorite streamers to watch back in the day. You can go check out his Twitch. Petrosian Twitch. Damn, hasn't been live in a long time. Oops. No one saw that. You auto center and diag every time? Pretty much. Sometimes I'll move the diag, the second one, just a little bit if I'm very aware and I see that I'm about to run into orb. But I kind of just brute force it. Make sure you don't stop though. If you stop in the center, you're like for sure gonna get hit. I kind of brute force it by just making sure I don't stop. And then, because I'm adrenaline, I just sun. Oh, that's a lot of ticks right there. Kinda tight on that one. Yeah. Epic instrumentals make the raid a lot more fun. Plugin name, music replacer, but this isn't. I'm actually not using music replacer right now. This is just my Spotify playlist. It can be synced, but right now it's just not synced. The music replacer, what it does is, when you enter a room, and it wouldn't normally play like the soundtrack of Masket's Promise, it'll play whatever you have instead. How did it end? Exactly when Zebak went down? That's just cinematic timing. I'm just sorry to say it. I'm just built different. You just witnessed good timing. Magical stream timing. Oops. It just works. It just works. Watch, it's gonna go. Yep. We're gonna be hitting it for like 9 times. Take a quick core nap. You're just witnessing impeccable timing. Impeccable. The question is it gonna make another drop right when we hit 80%? I don't think it will, but it could. Wait, I have like 3 prayer potions. I'm using augury. Alright, I'm sandbagging my staff DPS for the music. Didn't work. But yeah, I love the Epic Instrumentals playlist. Always does a good job. has to be a purple, right? If I didn't skull skip, this could be like a 33.5-minute kill. That was a pretty sick base drop into the skulls hitting the floor. Base. Drop the base. Drop the bass. Doing Fosanis. Dropping bass. Bubble bass. Oh, I did that too. So I dropped the bass. I said ironically, but then I did end up catching myself saying it like bass for a long time. Other than that, all that epic music for a light bearer? course. That's some age. All of that epic music for a light bear? That's kind of messed up. It has such a good build-up and everything. And this is like, light bear. Alright. We'll go back. Always light bearer, man. We are at 79 now. Flush are nice. I'm trying to hunt my rocky pets, so I usually do some thieving and fires for those. Thank you. For sure, 80 purples. Oops, trolled my thrall a bit. Whatever. Awkward on timing there. It was right underneath him. No, what am I doing? I just stepped on that. How's it going, Velzon? Thank you for stopping by. Going good so far. We just came out of a light bearer. So we're on 79 now. Average, very average. Sorry, chaps. Pretty good money. I got first staff at 50th perp. Nice. Congratulations. Said first staff, you're going back? Missed my leg switch, but hit anyway. Let's go. Yeah, I've been printing with Sori. I am the mint. You have a Tbow in my name? I have 2, but only one is logged. Both solo. So you got a Tbow after and from? Box and top of the boys. I like top the most, but the only thing is I don't want to do normals anymore. I just want to do hard mode only. That was a very nice Overlord transition for set 2. Killed both instantly, could hit Kefri. Ranger trapped. many restores I got left? Oh, I'm leaning back. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna forcefully click every now and again. Baba into Aka. Let's call Baba into Aka this raid. I'm out of here. This is the 425. I would be so out of there. Holy shit. Like a Harrier airstrike. Fireworks. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you guys running Aka? Those zeros? I don't know, man. Just can't hit 519. Not bad. Could have been almost a sub 5, you know, if I just actually hit at the end. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, getting about 3 minutes-ish. For most of my monkey rooms, like low 3. Not bad. Can't swarm though, it really sucks. Still down to take a look at your inventory? Yeah, you can just join the party and then we'll look at it after the raid. Oh, posture check. Oh, my back. Maging? Butterflying? Do I regularly play anything outside of OSRS? Yeah. Regularly? I don't know about regularly, but I've been playing Black Ops 3 Zombies very on and off. I'm just an enjoyer of a lot of games in general. Risk of Rain, Terraria, you know, a lot of very popular games. I have a very fond lovedness for a not so well received game, Dark Tide, as well. But I haven't played it much recently. Vermintide 2, very fun as well. MMOs, other than that, I was doing pretty whoa! I think I had a lot of awareness. New World. I was extremely rich on PSO2, Phantasy Star Online 2, but not on New Genesis, just on the classic game. Oh, what if I had to range Akka? You would use the Web Weaver. Yeah, crossbow, whatever. You have an Iron Man? No, I don't. I personally cannot stand the idea of having to go to Zulrah again. I don't want to do birdhouse runs. I just don't want to do supplies. Like, I don't want to manage my supplies. How am I clicking through the tile? Oh, I just had really good clicks. I just had really good clicks. Like, do you see this? This is just pixel perfect. No, I'm kidding. You just hold shift. Yeah, I don't like doing chores. There are some chores I don't mind, but there are a lot of chores that I mind that I know I would really hate. Like doing Zulrah, as an example. Oh yeah, make sure your rune light allows you to hold shift to ignore NPCs. Like that. Like I'm tapping shift there when I'm hovering my mouse over him. Actually, I have no idea if it's default either. Birdhouse runs is the least offensive thing. Chinchampas, I don't know how I would raid without Chinchampas. Whether it's range roll in TOB or in ToA, if I don't have Chinchampas, I will lose my mind. No damage, Akka pretty much. Didn't have the sun. What am I gonna do with all this restore? Guess I'll just camp Augury for the entire Zebak. Oh, I also tried playing Lost Ark for a while, but I left that shit show at like 1440 eye level or whatever, because I realized it's a complete waste of time. It's nothing but everything I hate in an MMO, which is chores, 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 no reward, gatekeeping by shit players. So I was like, I'm not playing this dog water game anymore. Anyone who is remotely thinking about Lost Ark, don't do it. Complete waste of time game. Don't mind me just drawing out the diagonal to make sure I'm not trolling myself. Keep that one, Zebak. All yours. $27. Terrible. Terrible Void Wakers. It's fine though. The highest ToA goes? No, you can go to like 600s. Although, in terms of completable, it's probably like, I think it's 575. Like completable and still make time. I think so, at least. I don't know. Or it might be like 550, whatever. Like, if you want to still make time. Depends on your definition of highest. Theoretically, 595 if you do a big team. People have already made time on 595. Although that's a rather recent feat. People are going for the 600 though. Yeah, if they stopped having like 20 people dying, it would be pretty nice. Lowest invocation I recommend for purples. I wouldn't recommend any low invo raid. It's a very bad mentality to have. You want to be pushing invocation, not lowering them. Whoa, underneath his feet. Very rude, my good man. Oops, I didn't time it right. Doesn't affect my 3 down though, just makes my 3 down a little slower. Yeah, I personally, like, at my point, I wouldn't do anything lower than 490 for my purples. So it's up to the player, right? And their gear and how comfortable they are. But you should always be aiming to push Invocation up. Like, if you have a Trident and Bofa, I wouldn't... Like, Trident, Bofa, Fang, I wouldn't personally do anything lower than 400. Other than the obvious reason of not as experienced, right? But... like, it's gonna take you time to get to the level where you can push high invocations, but the answer is always to push as high as you can, never to go low for a purple. Jesus. Fireworks. Like, what is the percent chance of a 300, like 4% or something? It's pretty bad. If you were doing 400, you would have 4% by the time you like left the 3rd room. When Zebak is level 3 after leaving Kefri, is doing Zebak for Akka correct? What raid level? If we're talking theoretically, no. You want Akka still, because Akka DPS fails are much more annoying to deal with than level 4 Zebak once you're experienced. But what raid level? Because that sounds like a 450 to 500 thing only, where he'll be level 4. $500 to 510. It's up to you. I would say just get used to level 4 Zebak. If you're already doing a decent invocation like that, just try to get used to level 4 Zebak as early as you can. Don't be afraid of it. Why kill 1 skull, not 0? I just want the overheal. It doesn't matter if I kill all the skull. It doesn't matter if I kill 1, 2, 3 skulls or whatever, as long as I don't kill all of them. As long as I don't kill all of them, Warden won't take the damage from skulls, which is my damage now. I just want the overheal to 110 there, or 109 now. But yeah, for me, I would say, based on my average rates, a higher level Akka is far worse than a higher level Zebak. Because a lower level Akka usually means, like, if you're like butterflying, your DPS uptime is usually a little bit better, just because you can kind of scratch those, you know, like 80-60% thresholds, and then you can like start running double trouble while you're running mid. Will level 4 Zebak for P3, P4 attack faster? Yeah. You just have to get used to it. This is level 34 right now if you want to. So like when you're doing skull skips, you have to if you have to change your prayer, you do it while you're running on the skull skip. It takes some time to get used to, but definitely worth to do Zebak at the end always. So like watch, I might need to change my prayer here. I'll change it while I'm walking. That timing was a lot more generous, but sometimes it's not as generous. You'll have to do it while you're literally on the second like tick of running. Do you pray augury? Probably with that setup, yes. I can't say, I don't have the DPS calc in my head, so you would have to check with the DPS calc. I'm gonna guess yes though. Melee prayer. Only hit me a 7 though. I misclicked the prayer. Somehow misclicked mage into melee. It's a pretty bad misclick. "33 minutes, full skull skipping. Not bad. Number 80. Never fun purples. High 30s? Nah. I'm chilling. I don't want to back-to-back, but I'm obligated to. Oh wait, I think someone wanted to have a inventory review, right? Hold on. I think someone wanted an inventory review. I think it was King Dave. Are you still here? You want to go over your invocations and stuff? You can look at my log right here. Pretty much it. I sold a lot of this stuff when it was worth more. If you're on World 348, you can also join the party up here at the top, right here. Type in on the pass race on the top right, ToA 348, so I can see your inventory. Your mid-run as SMH. The bass music, I can't remember. No, I think I already went over King Dave's. Okay. Guess I'll just run again. Yeah, the cam I saw. Dude, what am I doing? No one saw that. Yeah, ToA 348. If you want a inventory review. The world plus the party name. No, not Transylvania, but good guess. Castlevania. Symphony of the Night. Oh, that's what you meant? Yeah. But it's a PS1 game, actually. I don't think it's NES. Punk. You have dishonored Skyrim and her people. What say you? Hey! It's my Sarko. Leave that alone. Ooh, banana. Speedruns. I love their soundtrack. Symphony of the Night has truly one of the best soundtracks ever made in any video game. No, it's kind of troll, but doing only a one-way. So, it's better not to lose the tick, but then after you've done the blowpipe hit, you should try to switch to a Masori piece. But yeah, tick loss is much worse than actually getting your switches off for that room, because they have very low defense. Yeah, for like a hit or two is fine. As long as you're not like prolonged and no way switching. Especially if it's it depends on which switches too. Like you're talking about range, so it's not too bad. But if you're talking about mage, like you definitely want to hit your occult and Torm switches. Those are pretty huge. Also, do you feel like we lose less ticks in situation? Yeah, surely. Absolutely. I lose less ticks with, I would say I'm really good at the monkey room with my blowpipe. It's like, you know, I've had like 218 waves. I've had a lot of like 230 waves or below that. And even for me, I lose a lot of ticks when I'm using blowpipe. And I get tilted really hard. And then it makes me play worse long term. If I was going for record speed runs, definitely blowpipe, but it's so much easier to have a close to 100% tick uptime with the web weaver because of its long range. And just not bothering to chase these like venom shamans or whatever is so nice. And because it's a 3-tick weapon, you don't have as much overkill from using like a shadow to hit them normally instead. So definitely will tick up time. Hash slinging slasher. I was also unpotted. That's no good. Damn, I feel like my 300s are now a waste of time. Well, depends on your gear, but if you have like a Bofa Trident, try to push to 400. If you want Dreamland, I have a 400 video. I brought the Sun Cares, but I ended up not using the spec a single time. I would recommend that video. And yeah, they're not a waste of time with their practice if you're using them to get good, but if you're looking for purples, you know, keep pushing, challenge yourself. Eventually 400s will be like your new chill invocation, you know what I mean? Just takes practice. Like 525 for a while was not my chill one, it was 490. And then I decided I want the fattest slog, so I just threw myself into these 525s. Ended up dying a shit ton of times. You can see on stream I die a lot. But eventually, after a while, you'll get the hang of it. Like I still have some streams where I just spend like the first hour or two dying. Does tile matter for the diagonal dung in this range trap? Not for the diagonal one. You can also use this one. Which is a very big advantage over the Wizzy trap. I believe the tile does matter for the second part of the cage. Which, when you're being specific about tile traps, you will actually end up standing like really far away from Kefri a lot longer, and you're not able to get your Fang hits in. Like, that is the only line where that'll matter. From here on out, I can just be in melee range for these, or stacking dungs here, so there's very little tick loss. No problem, Dream. So when you're about to proc the second set, you can start stacking dungs where the melee area is. But don't trap him in. You want to do it from like these three. That's good. The second you proc the damage, you want to run here. There you go. And you see the ranger will go into trap. If I was still here, or in this area, for a little bit longer, the ranger will actually leave the cage. You have to make sure you definitely run onto that tile. And then you can reduce some tick up time by doing what I just did there. Stab the arcane twice, then stab the meleeer twice, and then void wake the mage. That is the ideal way to do it, to minimize tick loss. A good skull skip. Take damage from third, fourth set. Do you mean from Baba or is it from Zebak? Which one are you having trouble with? The first set for Baba is very easy actually. Just don't run onto the row right away. Be close to it. Or you could just like move down, but you just wait for the first dust to go above your head and move. For the very last set, you kind of have to feel out when Baba lasts the Resurrects, but about 70 to 80% of the time, it's gonna be after the second rock goes above your head. And it's okay if you just tank it, you know, it's not that bad. You can just heal up. One time I do a level 5 Akka Unsalted. Are you going power life? Maybe that's why. Because if you go double power, you just Zalt again. I think to practice double trouble, I might just throw in Pathfinder and go straight to Akram try. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I just know that a lot of people like doing like a real raid to practice. That's why I recommended 395s, so that, you know, you can still get some money out of it if you want the money. Oh, you double click salt? Oh, it sucks. That sucks. No problem, Ansel. Yeah, I can go over it a little bit. It's mostly feel, but for the first set, it's just dodge 1 boulder. The second set is usually dodge 2 boulders. Usually. I usually do this. I just do the second one by feel. But don't worry too much if you take damage from it. Like, I took a lot of damage from Baba doing skull skip when I first did it. And then eventually I just felt the timing, like, doing it a bunch. I'll also take mining here. Doesn't matter that I smash my pickaxe. Oh, might as well wait for the 15. Pretty much entered at 58, I think. Like my salt was on 58 seconds, 7 minutes 58. So you should leave at 6:58. I ran too far from the center, so I didn't think I was going to be able to get my Void Waker there without getting hit. And it's definitely not worth getting hit for it. For shadow spawns, yeah, it's really easy. Basically, on that quadrant, if it's gonna proc when you're running up here, you step back there, and then instead of running there, you just run there instead. And then when you butterfly again over there, hold on. This is Final Fantasy X Seymour's battle theme. But you can replay it over and over. I do it in like all my VODs when I proc up there. For the other one, the step back, you simply step back that side if you're gonna proc it there instead. But then you have to manually path onto those tiles I have marked. But that one is actually no tick loss after the step back, which is nice. Ah, 20.03. It's tactical, so you can teleport and get a free DPS. See more butts. Too early. Primelli. Oh, maiden sign. I love ToA, but I try to get some ToA songs to match like the boss timings, but a lot of them just don't like mesh with ToA thematically. The only exception being, I guess, for me, like ToA 14 Little Princess for the end fight. That's the only theme that I felt like was a good match for ToA bosses slash rooms. Could be wrong though, I don't know. I don't think I went through all the ToAs. Just went through ToA 6, 10, and 14. And maybe 12, I don't remember. Ugh, late. I didn't def charge him, no. If I def charged him, I would have gotten that overheal. You need more space to take this. No! No. Billions ticks lost. Thousands injured. Oh, it's gonna bite. I think it's gonna get there before I do. Please! Let's go. Alright. I have a lot of inventory, a lot of prayer left. Water can. 229 Baba, nice. Wait, I have like so much prayer chilling. I don't know why I'm flicking. Oh, I gotta fire myself. Melee solve ready? Okay. No melee. We've been spared. Ah, why do I do that all the time? So impatient. I'll give myself some room to make a mistake. I'll heal up. I don't know what the tick timing is if I'm going from 117, so I'm just gonna tank 8 orbs anyway, and we'll tick keep. Never mind, I wasn't counting the orbs. We'll tank the 75. If it hurts, it hurts. Hell yeah. We're on a back-to-back now. Today will be... This raid will be the back-to-back. The back. The B3B. Trying to get your first 400? It takes a while. It takes a while, don't worry about it. At least you know exactly what the mistakes are, right? So it'll just come with time, don't worry. Remember there was that one day where I just spent like the first hour of the stream dying. So it happens to everyone anyway. Yeah, insanity is a good hump to go over when you first start. Better late than never, though, right? The weather is so humid. My nose feels so itchy. And it's good that you're having fun. It makes the grind a lot more fun, right? If you hated it, then it's like, why you're here. Oh, my throw kind of nulled out one of my hits, but it's fine. So here, you want to wait for the first boulder. Once it's above your head, you can go ahead and do your skull skip. If you do need to change prayers, you'll often do it while you're doing the run. So wait until your character starts running and then do your prayer switch afterwards. You'll have more time if it's not a level 4 Zebak. If it's a level 4 Zebak, you'll have to switch on the tick that you run in. For the second set, kind of feel it out. That's the first one. I'm gonna wait one more, and then I'll run and start my skip. And then I didn't need to change prayer there, but if I did, I would change it, you know, as I land. Or on this, one of these two ticks. And it's okay if you mess up one or the other. It is what it is. Take some practice, you know. And don't fear the shadows. Step on the shadows. Shadows are good after they pop. Just like so. Do not fear them. A freshly popped shadow is the safest place you can be. Vortic Butterfly worth doing once you're pushing to 400? No. Because the majority of your DPS is going to be with ranged and melee. So you can Vortic Butterfly with Bofa on the shadows, that's not too bad. But ideally, you want Akka to be available to melee and mage more. For you to range and mage more. Range and mage? Melee and range. Okay. No purple. I think we'll call it a break on that one. We did a good amount of raids today. But if anybody wants an invocation review, let me know. You can go hop onto World 348. Show me your setup over here. And then we'll go over your invocations. What's going on? I think this guy's mid-raid. Probably at Akka or Rexing. Yeah, I can make the face cam a little bit smaller. I actually didn't think about that. So you can see my HP and stuff. We're small. So. Or I can just do this, hold on. Let's move it slightly to the left. See a little bit more of it. Posture check. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody wants like an invocation or inventory review for like what's a good way to improve, feel free to hop on w348. I guess I'll sell my loot. 70 X per KC with max cure. I'm running 370s without doing butterfly. What event do you suggest to learn for butterfly? Just a softcore run is fine. Whatever you're comfortable clearing with right now, and then just put it on softcore. So below minimap. Good idea. Alright, well Rune Light is a bit weird, so be here, right? I guess that doesn't make sense, honestly. How did I not think of that? Alright. So I guess I'll move this back to the right. Like if you're doing 370s, I don't know what combination you're running, but it would just have softcore and none of these ticked off, and then just wherever Akka ones you're learning with. I assume you're not learning double trouble just yet. I would say that's a fair assumption at 370. So I guess you're just running like... You're probably just running this, I guess. So you probably want to just run like softcore, walk the path, diets. Like this 350 is okay to learn with. And if you want, you can put a time on it, because you can still make the time, hopefully, with max gear. You can try this, because then this, you have guaranteed 2 salts, can try butterflying. If you mess up and die, it's fine. And then once you have butterfly down, you can just try something like hardcore no help. Would be pretty good. Puts you instantly at 410. So it's up to you. Try whatever. But softcore, I would say, is a good way to learn. Need some help gives you 66% chance at 2 salts. I don't really like that. I'd rather have 100% chance for 2 salts on a softcore run. What's the point of going softcore and then a third of the time it's not even softcore regarding the salts, right? Hey, Trust Vergex, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I had a great stream. Sell some nice stuff. So we'll just swing it like this price or whatever. Let it sit in there. Okay, guys, have a good rest of your nights. I most likely will not do another stream tonight. I'm not too sure. I do have work tomorrow, and I want to go to sleep like a responsible person. But I did wake up slightly late, so we'll see how it goes. But most likely no other stream for tonight. Thank you. I might upload like a